teams, and we probably work more on special teams in a practice than most schools in our county and most in our state. We had a player here last year from a different program, and this has been the common thread throughout a lot of programs in the county. We've talked to different players who have maybe transferred in or no members of our team, and they said this program that they'd practice special teams on Thursday in pregame, and they'd do it about for 15 minutes. We have beaten them several times because of that aspect alone. So I like the guys out there that don't put time into what's a very important phase of the game. So our special teams have practiced very well, and we were very fortunate this year to have this young man come into our program. As mentioned earlier before I have him come up here, he was a first-year football player, and he decided to come into our program after previously being a soccer player and an athlete here at Old Mill. And it ended up he took over all three phases of our kicking game. At first he was very talented, and we had an injury to our kicker that we had from the past year, and Josh fell right into this position, and you know he was extremely excited about it, for never playing football before, not nervous at all. On kickoffs, I've never seen a kicker that want to run down and make a tackle as much of him, and he'd tell you about it if he did or had a piece of it. He'd love to talk about it. This year, kicking wise, from field goals, he ended up being 4 of 6 because of, unfortunately, us one time not having enough men on the field, and then myself icing our own kicker. He would have 5 of 6, and also another field goal was taken away because of a penalty. And he was extra point wise, which a lot of people take for granted, which is a very huge part of the game of football. And I talk to our guys all the time about most games are won by 1 point as opposed to 20 or 25. There's more close games than not. He was 45 of 48 for extra points. And I think his greatest skill asset for us is his ability to place the ball in a kickoff. And he ended up, for a lot of the young men out here, helped them have pretty nice highlight films of recovering onside kicks or lighting somebody up that he popped it up in the air and did a great job. So our special teams award goes to Josh Dagg.